Ever wonder how you could use the sponsored product adjust bid by placement to outmaneuver your competition, gain a higher ROI, and supercharge your Amazon PPC campaign? Today, we are going to deep dive on how to adjust bids by placement, giving you the exact formulas to get you the most optimized placement percentages. We'll unlock the secrets of this oft-talked about topic. So for Amazon sellers that have stagnant performance in their Amazon PPC, this could be a game changer for you, so stay tuned. I'm Rick Wong, an Amazon seller and the founder of SellerMetrics, an Amazon marketing agency. If you are interested in content such as this one, where we talk about the latest Amazon FBA news, tips, and hacks, I invite you to subscribe. Okay, so let's start with what adjust bid by placement is. It is one of the settings within your sponsored product campaign. So let's go to a sponsored product campaign. So I have filtered for sponsored products, right? And if you go to settings, right, if you go all the way down, adjust bid by placement, right? And this is what it is, right? It is, so let me put 0. So basically, if you add like an extra percentage, you could increase the bids to show up either on the top of search or product pages. So let's just say your performance for product pages does really well. You increase that amount, right? So more of your ad budget will go into your product page. Makes a lot of sense. But how do you actually get the exact percentage? And in this video, we are going to dive in on that in detail. And you can also see that campaign bidding strategy here. It also works well with adjust bid by placement. So all work together is also called what we call in the Amazon PPC community dynamic bidding strategies. And I cover a lot of that in the video in the that I link below that talks about the campaign bidding strategy and how it relates to adjust bid by placement in much more detail. So let's dive right in one of the harder topics in the Amazon PPC world, and that is the adjustment by placement percentage. And before I start, I feel like the number one mistake in a lot of people in the space that talks about placement adjustment is that they don't readjust the keyword and target bids. So when you increase this percentage, right, that means that you're increasing your baseline bids, right? So if the campaign has like a certain ACoS target, adding the placement adjustment will mean that the baseline ACoS will increase. So what you'll need to do is that you'll need to decrease the actual keyword bids, and we'll talk about that adjustment in a bit later. Okay, so I also have like a very comprehensive spreadsheet here to basically step you through how this placement adjustment is done. There's really 3 parts to this calculation. So number one, you're going to calculate the revenue per click, what we call the RPC. Second, we're going to calculate the placement adjustments. And then third, we're going to calculate the adjusted keyword bids, right? That's what I just mentioned earlier, where once you increase the placement percentage, you also need to decrease the bidding for your keyword and also targets. First, you're going to gather your placement performance. So how you actually do that is go to your sponsored product campaigns, go to placement. You will look into a 60 days look back period, right? And then export the data, plunk the data inside the spreadsheet. So you can see like I plunked the data like here. So the impressions, clicks, spend, orders, and sales. So once you plunk in the data, so you see like the data now coordinates with what I see in the screen here. Once you plunk in the data, on step 1, we calculate the RPC for you. So that's a revenue per click. We only do this for the top of search and also for the detailed page, would also call the product page only, right? Because on the actual placement percentage, you can only adjust bids to these 2 placements, right? So you can't do it for the rest of the search. So we only need to calculate for like the 2 placement type, top of the search, and also a detailed page on Amazon. So the revenue per click, right? The idea here is that we want to see which placement here generates the most revenue on a per click basis. So that's basically the main reason for this calculation. So that's quite simply sales divided by clicks, right? For me, in this situation, it seems like the top of search as a revenue per click of 2.9, and while the rest of the page is only 1.53. So that gives me quite a bit of information that we really want to optimize higher. But the question now is how much higher? That leads us to step 2, calculate the placement adjustments, right? So to kind of explain the formula, the idea for this formula, which is this one right here. So I explained the entire formula here. The idea for this formula here is to reallocate the revenue per click to placements that have achieved a much higher average revenue per click compared to the other 2 placements, right? So you can see here that we are telling it to increase our placement percentage by around like 72%, right? Based on the fact that the RPC is much higher on the top of search. So it's using this formula is used to readjust, right? Calculate the placement percentage for the top of search, and it's telling me that it should increase by 71%. And the formula is basically the RPC divided by the sum of your sales, non-top of the search sales, divided by non-top of the search clicks, right? Basically, it's a reallocation formula to reallocate the RPC to the top of the search, where on a per click basis, it's much more efficient, it seems. Number 3, now that you have found the highest placement percentage adjustment, you can use this number and use it as an adjusting factor to your current bid. So let's just say our current bid is like $3.80. Now that our placement adjustment is 71%, we want to adjust the bid downwards by 71.93% from this current bid to the adjusted bid here, right? So if we could adjust this downwards 70%, that would also mean that when this bid increase up to 71%, we will not disrupt the current ACoS target, right? So that's the idea for adjusting down this number right here. So how you actually adjust this down is that you will, so let's just say that now we have our placement adjustment for top of search. So that would be it right here. So we're gonna put like 72%. And then on the bid itself, you're going to go to the target. So let's just say it's a category that I would need to readjust. And then you're gonna lower it, right? Decrease percentage by 70%, 72%, and save, right? Although this is already really low, but you see like my cost per click is around 18 cents. So if it actually increased by 72 cents, so if this actually increased by 72%, then it will get close to the cost per click here. So that is how you actually make the adjustment by placement, and how you actually calculate the actual specific adjustments. It's very technical, so that is why you don't see a lot of good information out there. It's actually, yeah, as you can see, it's pretty hard to manage and do. So if you actually want a copy of the spreadsheet that you see here, I will link that below. Okay, so finally, you know, there are easier ways to do this, and a lot what I just showed you could be quite difficult, but here at SellerMetrics, we do have an automated solution with our dedicated software. It's very simple to use. So if you actually go to SellerMetrics, you actually go to the actual automation settings here. You could easily turn on and off your placement automation, right? And what we'll do is on the background, basically automate what I just showed you on the spreadsheet. And you can see that in this particular campaign, we are always constantly adjusting the top of the search. And then not only that, we also readjust the actual keyword and target bids as well, according to our top of the search placement percentage. So all this is completely automated with SellerMetrics. Along with this function, we do like the typical bid ops and also the advanced reporting, such as our peer-to-period performance that allows you to flag you know, how your performance does on a period-by-period basis. And also we have a function called all-in-one campaign that allows you to kind of create a set of campaigns at one go within the platform itself. We have a 14 days trial, so give us a try, you know, if you actually want to use it, and you can reach out to me for a longer trial. I'll be open to doing that as well. Okay, so that is a wrap in terms of adjusting bids by placements. I hope this video somewhat demystified how placements are optimized and how we do this for our clients and user here in SellerMetrics. Remember, the key to success in Amazon PPC lies in consistently testing, optimizing, and adjusting your bids, and this placement adjustment is one of the advanced ways to do it. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you are an Amazon seller and want to grow your business, schedule a discovery call with me today in the link below, and until the next video, happy selling.